Fire Princess Reviews. I'm Fire Princess Philly, here to talk to you about comics, cartoons, and other awesome nerd shit. So, the video is a little late. I apologize for that. I just ran into some complications that made it so I couldn't record when I wanted to, and so I'm recording as soon as I can, which is actually a day earlier than I normally do for the first video of the week. So, that's just how that is. I apologize again. We'll try not to let it happen in the future, but I can't make any promises. Thanks for sticking with me. So what are we talking about today? Well, as I told you in the last video, we're talking about All New Wolverine, the latest and last storyline of the series, Old Woman Laura. Talking about this, I really just wanted to show off this cover. I could have picked any other covers, but this is the one I did. It's really cute. It's Gabby dressed as Deadpool, and it's got Jonathan, and it's perfect. I actually had to track this cover down online, because Diamond Distribution didn't send me mine. They sent me a regular cover, so I have 2 copies of 35. Which, fine, whatever. Diamond sucks. Yeah, they're never sponsoring me. That's fine. It's okay. Anyhow, not important. So, let's talk about this. As you know, or as I've explained, this is the last story for All New Wolverine. Tom Taylor will no longer be working on this series, because the series canceled. Instead, we're getting X-23 in July from a different writer, same artist. So if you like the art, cool. If you like particularly Tom Taylor's take on these characters, read X-Men Red, because they're still going to be in that too. But it's not going to be focused on Laura and Gabby. Obviously, it's going to be focused on the X-Men Red team. But the writer that they're having do for X-23, she's really good. And I can't wait to see what she does with it. So I'm a little excited, a little sad, of course, because I really enjoyed the series. I don't think we need to bring Logan back to life. He got kind of like the rest that he deserved, that he earned. And we had Old Man Logan, who was like amazing and better than regular Wolverine. Like, that's just my opinion. That's my opinion. So let's get into it. As with all my All New Wolverine videos, spoiler alerts, because we're just going to go totally into detail about the series, about the story, and yeah. So if you haven't read it, if you're waiting to read it, if you want to know my thoughts and feelings on it, read it first. Then come back, and then watch this video, and I'll talk about how I feel about all the cool things as I get through it. So here we go. Boom. Starting. So, this is the last storyline, as I've mentioned like twice in this video. Before that, we had 2 issues of Laura doing Orphans of X stuff, and Gabby taking on a facility that did testing on Jonathan. She got to hang out with Deadpool. They burnt the thing to the ground. It's super great. Laura got to stomp a Nazi in the face with boots, with literal combat boots, Nazi stomping boots. Both those mini stories were super fun, and I really enjoyed them. But let's get into the meat and potatoes. So, 30 years after the events of Orphan of X, I'll just say, to give us kind of reference, there was a big world war with Dr. Doom versus everybody else. Apparently, he decides to go evil again for some reason. And, yeah. So he takes on the world, and he doesn't lose, but he doesn't win either. And so everything outside of Latveria is basically a utopian society. Laura's head of Madripor. She's the Queen of Madripor. She hates the title, but what are you going to do? Gabby is the new Wolverine, and she has laser claws. She still has the regular claws. They just get a cool laser coating. So we open the story with Gabby breaking down a gun deal. Guns out of Latveria, which are like super advanced, super crazy, blow through her suit, which is supposed to be a mix of vibranium, adamantium, and Stark tech, so that shouldn't have happened. So they're really dangerous guns. As she's doing that, Laura calls her on her headpiece, is like, hey, and you have something to talk with you about. It's super important, so whenever you're done doing whatever you're doing, come and talk to me. I'm at where I'm always at. Or Gabby's like, I'll just see you where you're always at. Either way. Laura informs Gabby that she's dying, which shouldn't be a thing. She should, live for at least 200 years or so. How old is Old Man Logan? I don't know. He's super old. She should live to be at least that long. But her genetic code is actually breaking down, probably because she was made from an imperfect DNA strand from Logan. Like, it was damaged. It wasn't good. They really had to work it to make her, and apparently they didn't get all the bugs. And she is dying. She paid a visit to Valerie Richards. She's paid a visit to a Sorcerer Supreme. There are a few running around, but she has seen a Sorcerer Supreme. And for what she knows and what they know, they can't fix it. So she's got a bucket list. It's a very short one. She's going to kill Dr. Doom. That's her whole thing. And she's like, I bet he has Belladonna. Belladonna is another one of Laura's clones. If you remember correctly from earlier stories, she actually went on a rampage in Laura's name for the facility to frame Laura for the murder of an entire town. And she went with S.H.I.E.L.D. quietly because she didn't want to do that, but she didn't want anything bad to happen to Gabby or Laura. It was a whole thing. It was very touching. Anyway, so Laura's like, I've got somebody who says they know where she is, and they think it's Latveria. I want to go talk with them tonight and confirm that. And if it is, we're going to Latveria. We're killing Dr. Doom. Oh, and by the way, you're not dying. I've already checked into it. Don't worry about it. You and your children are fine. Gabby has a husband, which I think is weird, but it's fine. It's whatever. So, Laura pays a visit to the President of the United States, President Kamala Khan, which is why I really kind of like this old woman Laura story, even though it's only a few issues long, is that it shows a utopian world, like the best that we could possibly hope for the Marvel Universe, this kind of utopian society. All the supervillains have been defeated except for Dr. Doom, and, like, I like it. It's hopeful, because all the other future stories are, like, apocalyptic. Like, Old Man Logan, Old Man Hawkeye. It's post-apocalyptic. It's not good. It's like, ugh. I don't want that for the Marvel Universe. I like that it spawned Old Man Logan, because he's probably one of my favorite incarnations of Logan ever. But, you know, I don't want that for the rest of the universe. So, talking with Kamala Khan, Kamala's like, from our sources, what we've heard, yes, Dr. Doom has Belladonna. He got her in the Doom War when he stole one of our helicarriers. You know, our bad. Sorry. And Maria Hill busts in the scene because Laura broke into the office instead of just using the front door. Whatever. Maria Hill's like, I'm going with you because there's nothing left to fight. We've done our job too good. There's world peace. There's only one threat left. It's in Latveria, and I want to go because I'm Maria Hill, and I'm bored. So she agrees to take Maria with her to Latveria. Gabby goes too. They're going to go by way of underwater travel. Why? How do they even know to do that? Well, remember those gun smugglers from before? Maria Hill and Laura basically scare the information out of them. It's a really great and funny scene. So, once again, hopefully you've read it and you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you haven't read it, you totally should. It's really good. So, they're going to go under Latveria, into the water, under the dome that covers Latveria via the waterways. But before they do, Captain Marvel and Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, the best Hawkeye, show up too, and they're like, hey, we're going with you. And nobody argues, because why not? You know, they're going to need all the help they can get in order to, like, bust people out of Latveria. Apparently, Doom's just been collecting superheroes that try to break in. So, there you go. Don't mind me. So they go in. Turns out that the dome makes sure that only Doom tech works in Latveria, which is bad for Maria Hill, and all of Hawkeye's trick arrows. Maria Hill can still get up and move around, but she can't use any of her enhanced strength. They can't use any of their comm length. So it's like they're kind of on their own at that point. There's a big fight between them and the Doombots because apparently Doom is so paranoid he's installed himself onto all of his subjects. Like he can see through their eyes via cybernetic implants in their brains, which is super evil. Like, I understand that Doctor Doom's supposed to be evil in this, but yikes. Yikes Omega. So they get into a fight. They're fighting Doombots. Maria Hill dies. She does die. She gets shot by a Doombot. Well, actually, Laura gets shot. The shot travels through Laura and into Maria Hill. It's bad. It's not good. I feel really bad for Maria Hill. She talks about how she's been given orders to, just destroy all of Latveria and, collect, and just, cut her losses on it. But she's like, I wouldn't kill the citizens, They say I would do whatever to get a job done, but I decided that was not something I wanted to do. And so, and the Wasp is with them. She's super tiny. Hawkeye shoots her out into a Doombot with using a bullet. It's really crazy. And she takes over a Doombot. So, Laura and Captain Marvel go to face Doom. And Captain Marvel gets kind of shunted through the floor really fast. Gabby, Hawkeye, and Janet Von Doombot are searching for all the heroes, more or less, who have been captured, including Belladonna. They do find them, but we do get a great scene before that where Doom's like, what, are you going to kill me? Gods have tried. And we get a picture of Thor's hammer, which is next to Doom. Doom can't pick up the hammer. He's not worthy. Laura goes and she grabs the hammer like, I'm going to pick it up and beat your ass with it. And she's not worthy either. Despite how far she's come, she still has things to work out to make her worthy of picking up the hammer. It's just kind of how that is. So her and Doom fight. Doom uses Doombots to, secure her, while Gabby and Hawkeye release heroes, including Belladonna. And Doom's like, I've actually lured you here. This was my plan all along. Now I'm going to install myself in your brain because I'm an old man who's dying, but you've got a body with a healing factor, so you'll continue to keep on chug-a-lugging for the next 100 years. 100 years of Doom. Right? He doesn't know she's dying. So he tries to install himself onto her, and as he gets her body, he's like, holy shit! You're in a whole lot of pain, and you're breaking down? This is awful! I don't want any of this. And Laura's like, ha 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 ha, your plan's blowing up in your face, this is the best. And she's like, what, are you retreating back to your body? Too late, I killed it. So he's trying to escape back into his body, and as he gets there, Laura's her foot claw's already in his chest, and the body is dead. The best, I consider that the best win of all against anybody. You try to take over my brain, didn't work for you, and you can't go back to your body because I killed it. Boop. Perfect. And then Laura, basically crashes to the ground. Gabby rushes to her, and Laura's like, hey, you know what? Took care of my bucket list. Doom's dead. Latveria's free. There's no more, super power bad dudes who wanted to destroy the world or rule the world. I've done a good job. This is as good a place as any to die. And Gabby picks it up like, hey, you promised to never leave me, and that's not happening. I don't care who we have to talk to on this planet or any planet. We're going to get you fixed because it's possible. We're in the fucking future, and you've earned it. And that's how the story ends, and it's a good ending. It's really great. It was a lot of fun. I mean, kind of sad about Maria Hill dying. I never thought I'd ever say that about Maria Hill, but I am sad that she died at the end of this story. Neat character redemption for her, though. That whole, I didn't destroy Latveria because I didn't want to kill the citizens. That wouldn't be right, because you wouldn't expect that of Maria. Do anything Hill. And that's the story. That's how the series ends. It ends with Gabby picking up Laura and saying, you are the best at what you do, and you've earned a rest. Let's go get it for you. And I would really wish we could see that being, built upon. I want a whole story about that. And them doing cosmic, awesome shit. That would be cool. I'm not going to get that. We're not going to get that. That's the reality of the world. But hey, we had a good fight. We got a good run. A good run. 35 issues. That is more than 2 years of Laura as Wolverine, kicking ass, taking names, and being awesome. That's 35 issues, 2 annuals, and 1 generation special. Like, she's got that's like the best we could have hoped for, I guess. The best we could have hoped for is that she'd just be Wolverine forever. But, you know, I guess that was never going to happen. People love Logan for all his faults. And that's just what it is. So I enjoyed what Tom Taylor did with the series. I enjoyed how he redeemed Daken. Daken was like this big asshole character forever who nobody liked. And he made him part of Laura's family again. And that was amazing. Okay? I never thought I would like Daken, but I really do. And I hope that nobody fucks up his character, more or less. We'll see. There's the whole comic with him and Sabretooth and Lady Deathstrike hunting down Wolverine. I'm not sure how that's going to go. I really hope that he stays not being an asshole. And, well, that's it. That's the comic. So, what are we talking about next time? Next time, we're going to talk about Food Wars, Third Plate. That's right, we didn't talk about plates 1 or 2, the first and second seasons. We're just going to talk about season 3. It's got 21 episodes. We're almost towards the end anyway, I think. It's crazy. It's super nuts, and I can't wait to talk about it. I've been really enjoying it, so yeah. Until then, I'll enjoy comics, enjoy cartoons, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.